Hello, everybody. Here we are. Another week, another Sunday, slate of games. So, you know what that means. Got a whole mess of picks that I got to get through, guys. And we're doing this earlier today, of course, because the first game will be starting at 8:30 a.m. Central Time. So, might as well get you guys these picks in before so you don't think that I be cheating when I come through with a perfect week. Now, I don't know if it'll be perfect, but I'm gonna do pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I am 30 and 18 on the year, so doing good. Excuse me. Bless. Jeez. Jeez. Excuse me. Bless me before I make these picks. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, yeah, I think there's two Monday night games this week, so that's why there's not as many games as there usually is. But without further ado, let me go ahead and reveal my picks. Bam. There they go, guys. Another banger week, guaranteed. Another over 500 week, of course. Definitely. Look at that. I got Minnesota over Pittsburgh in that Ireland game. I don't know, man. I just think with what Minnesota has, all that firepower, and how Pittsburgh, look, they still be getting it together. They're still going to finish over 500. We know that. But in order for them to finish around 500, they have to lose a bunch of games. And this is probably going to be one of those. Next, moving on to Washington versus Atlanta. Honestly, this just feels like a game that's poised for Atlanta to win. Washington's got a lot of injuries going on there. A lot of just honestly a lot of mess just going on right now. And I feel like Atlanta, this is one of those games that they can get right, get their season on the right track that they would love for it to be on. They just need to handle this today. I mean, yeah, well, yeah, it is today. Next, moving on. I mean, the Bills should handle the New Orleans Saints very handily. Like they should have no trouble with them. If they do have any trouble, that'll say more about the Bills than it'll actually say about the New Orleans Saints. Next, we got the Lions. They're feeling good because they've been looking good these last couple weeks, man. They should be able to continue that ride and take care of Cleveland pretty handily. Next, we got Houston. Honestly, I've been picking very wrong with a lot of their games because they've been on some bullshit, but they should definitely win this game. And if they don't, I won't be mad either because at least my boy Cam Ward will come out with his first NFL victory. But I would actually like to pick Cam Ward when he gets that victory. And CJ and them, they need to get their shit together. So this is one of those games. This is a get right game for them. For him to throw like 3 or 4 touchdowns and for everybody just to be everyone on their offense just to be firing on all cylinders. Next, we got Carolina versus the Patriots. I know Carolina, definitely beat the shit out of who was that a few weeks ago, 30-0. That's cool, bro. That don't mean nothing. They still gonna lose way more games than they're gonna win. New England's not that they're just the greatest world beaters or whatever, but they're one of those teams that like they're not that great, but they still play pretty good at times. And it's like against teams that are like on their level or sorrier, they should definitely be able to like I don't want to say dominate, but they should definitely be able to win those games pretty handily. Next, we've got the Chargers versus the Giants. They don't got shit going good for them at all, so the Chargers should be able to whoop up on them. I know they got Jackson Dart starting, but unless this guy is like the next great hope, I don't see him coming in on his first start as a rookie and just whooping up on a 3-0 team that is the Chargers, who have beaten the likes of the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Broncos, who are all three teams that are better than the Giants. Next, we got the Eagles versus the Bucks. I mean, that's the thing, bro. Honestly, this will be a good game because the Bucks can actually do the thing that I've been telling people that teams need to be able to do against the Eagles, which is grind out victories. It's their team that look, you're probably not going to put them away early. If you do, that's great. But if you don't, which is most likely what's going to happen, you got to be able just to not you know what I'm saying? When they're withstanding your punches, you got to make sure you're still throwing them because they are going to be trying to creep back into this game through the entire time. Even if they're down and whenever you think, oh man, they've had enough, they're out, that's when they're going to still take over and wild shit like a blocked punt return will definitely happen. I mean, a block kick return, block kick will definitely happen. So, but the thing about the Bucks is that they have been riding on that whole comeback kid nature this year too. Because Baker and them, they've been winning a lot of these games at the drop at the like basically at the end of the game, you know what I'm saying, when everything's basically over on the last drive. So that'll be a good, interesting game to see. We'll see how that all turns out tomorrow. Next, we got the Colts versus the Rams. Honestly, this is a game that could really go either way. I won't be mad if it goes either way. But like I said, I'm kind of rocking with the Colts a little bit this year. Kind of want to see them do good. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the Ursay girls like have a good season. Daniel Jones deserves it. You know what I'm saying? Indianapolis, like they got like they're a good city that has a lot of good like sports and a lot of stuff happening. So this would just be good to see the Colts do good this year for them. So I'm kind of rocking with them on that. But I can definitely see Matthew Stafford, Puka, and them boys taking this victory tomorrow and giving the Colts their first loss of the year. But kind of hoping the Colts pull it out. Next, we got the Jags versus the 49ers. I mean, honestly, like this is another one of those weird games that I can see either of them winning, but the Jags should have more together to be able to beat them, unless they just allow Christian McCaffrey to go crazy. We will see what they do, what happens with that. But the Jags have more going for them right now that they should be able to get this victory out. Next, we've got KC versus Baltimore. This is going to be a game that I'm looking forward to very much because that'll be good. You know, I love my boy Patty. I love my boy L Jack. This will be a good game. It'll be another one of those AFC like hierarchy games to show how things are going to go later for the playoffs. So honestly it'll determine a lot of seeding and stuff for later. I think that I believe KC is going to be able to pull it out. 'Cause I'm telling you, a lot of shit's been being talked about them and also Baltimore as well. I'm not gonna lie, but so they're both going to go into this game with a lot of prove. But I just still think the Chiefs are better than so many people think, and so I just think that they're just going to be able to pull this victory out. But I do have some bias when it comes to Patty, but I also have some bad bias when it comes to Lamar. So hey, it's kind of up in there, but the Chiefs should be able to pull that out. Next, we got the Bears versus the Raiders. I mean, honestly, I'm not too excited for that game, and that could go either way as well. But the Raiders should be able to pull this one out. They have a little bit more than the Bears do, and should be a little bit and be able to be a little bit more consistent throughout this game than the Bears will be. So that's why I've picked them to win that game tomorrow. And lastly, we have the Sunday night game, which are my Cowboys versus the Green Bay Packers, who now have Micah Parsons. So this is going to be a very, very anticipated and talked about game. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be emotions that are going to be high there. Green Bay is a good team. We are a team. We be trying. This is going to be one of those games that, honestly, it's going to be a hard fought game. We've been fighting in a lot of these games. We've tried. We've been coming up short. This may be another one of those games where we try and it's fought hard, but we end up coming up short. That I can see that happen. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to pick us because Green Bay's been on some bullshit as well too. So we might just be able to catch them sleeping. We might be able to catch Micah a little too emotional about things. Who knows? Like there are ways. Like at the end of the day, he's playing his old team, so we do know ways. We should know ways in how to neutralize him and take him out of games. Like I don't know if we will be able to do that. If we will do that, that's still left to be seen. But all I can say is that at this point, I'm gonna ride with the boys. I'm gonna go and pick them. So there you guys have it. Those are all my picks for the Sunday games. Let me know what you think. Let me know how good you think I'll do this week. If you think I'm gonna get all of them right, or if you think, hey, I ain't worth shit and I ain't gonna get none of these right. I'm excited to hear what you guys have to think. Excited to watch these games. I hope you guys are too. Take it easy. Enjoy your Sunday. Be safe. Love you guys. Peace.